What's up everybody, welcome to another video. I am AJ390. Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you how you can actually maintain your helmet because the summers are here and it's like 30, 35, 40 degrees. In some places it's 45 or 48 degrees, right? So you don't want to be riding out with a very sticky, grimy, muddy, sweaty helmet. I sweat a lot. I mean, it doesn't really stink, but I really sweat a lot. So here are a few tips and tricks which I use to maintain all of my helmets. So you can follow this procedure for any of your helmets. Very easy procedure, and the things that you need are really very simple. So let me tell you what are the things you need. First, you need to have a little bit of patience, which is free of course, and a little bit of shampoo. Any hair shampoo would do, so I'm using the Head and Shoulders shampoo. A couple of microfiber cloth. I will tell you why you would need it. And there's something important which I just forgot. Yeah, so I'll tell you why you will need this toothbrush later in this video. For now, let's get this video started, man. Alright, so let's get started. But most importantly, if you have any action cameras or any Bluetooth communication systems like your Sena or BTS2, whatever it is, you might want to take it off because you don't want any water seeping into the electrical parts. So I'm removing my Sena Bluetooth. And if you're not sure how you got to remove your the padding, do not force it out because it might not fit inside later. I would suggest to go through your user's manual. I'm sure your helmet, your manufacturer, the brand where you picked it up from has given you all the details and instructions. So first let's remove the chin curtain, which is the most easiest part. So if you guys notice, I did give a review about this helmet, right? This is one crazy helmet, I tell you. If you haven't watched it, click on the I button here right now. You should be able to see the link to it. I've spoken a lot about this helmet. I mean, there are a few things I like, few things that I don't like. Let's leave that apart and start opening it up. Got to be a little gentle because these buttons and the velcro straps on your helmet might be a little flimsy. Depends on what brand you are using. So since it's the empty helmet, I'm being a little careful because the quality is dropped a lot. Trust me, it's dropped a lot. Okay, I'm done with everything. Now it's just the skull one, which is fairly easy to remove. And we are almost, yeah. Okay, so let me just show you the interior of my helmet. It's like an electronic shop. Just take a look at this. There's a lot of wires and my camera cable, the mic, Sena cables. And yes, that's how it is. Alright, so I have all my paddings out now. They are pretty much in a very good state. I've been using this helmet for the last 3 months and it hasn't been washed at all. As you can see, it's pretty dirty and I can see a lot of stains in it. It looks very nasty indeed. So what we'll first do is get this thing first soaked in good warm shampoo water, and then I will tell you what you can do to this particular helmet. Let's go. So here I have a warm bucket of water, not really hot, so that any kind of hard particles might just come out with the warm water. I'm just pouring in a little bit of shampoo, and then what you can do is just shake it up a bit to create a nice foam. You can also use any kind of baby shampoo. Do not use any kind of washing detergent because it can be a little too harsh on your padding. And most manufacturers also don't recommend using harsh products on your helmet because obviously end of the day they protect you, right? And yes, that way you can soak everything into the soap and the shampoo. You can leave it for about 15-20 minutes. In the meanwhile, let's get back to the lid of the helmet. Okay, now as your the padding is being soaked in the shampoo water, now what you would want to do is take off this visor. If you guys are not sure how you can remove it, please refer to your owner's manual again. You would find all the details there. This is removed. Let's keep it aside. Don't want to end up scratching it. And now maybe after a long days of ride or maybe after a few months you have not cleaned the shell of your helmet at all. So what you can try doing is rather than just taking water and scrubbing it along, you don't want the paint to get scratched. For example, if there's any dead bugs or anything around here, you don't want to end up scratching it. So what you can always do is you can dip this microfiber cloth into nice warm water. Okay, it doesn't need to be dripping. You can squeeze out the excess and you can just wrap this thing around your helmet. Okay, so what this does is if there's any hard particles, right, it's going to come off really easily if you just leave it for about a minute or two, and then you can just slowly move it along everywhere else, especially when you're riding in rains. You know, the dust, the dirty water and the muck from the cars or vehicles in the front, when they come onto your helmet, this is the best procedure that you can actually use. Okay, so we'll just leave it for about a couple of minutes and then we'll get to the next procedure. Alright, that's been a few minutes there, and as you can see, you really don't need to wipe off anything the helmet because it's literally becomes so clear and clean that you don't need to put any polish, right? So now let me talk about the toothbrush. So you guys may be wondering, why would I be using this toothbrush? Well, you can use a toothbrush or even the paintbrush, but I would suggest a soft one so that again you don't end up scratching any of the paint on your helmet. So you can just dip it in a little bit of water and clean in all this places where the dust gets stuck. For example, the visor mechanism, and also your gasket, where the visor actually sits. Right. So far so good. The cleaning process is going on really well. The best part of cleaning a helmet is that you're going to get it dirty all over again. For the conditions you are actually staying or living in India, no matter how much you clean your riding gear or your helmets, your jackets, it's going to get dirty really fast. So as you can see here, it's collected a hell lot of dirt, and let's clean the interior, the vents and all the other parts of this helmet. It's got a lot of grooves, this particular helmet, so it's making it a little difficult and a little bit time consuming for me to do it. But nevertheless, I like doing such things. I like to keep my riding gear always neat and clean. And even the inside of my helmet is super dusty. So if I just wipe this part off, it should be absolutely fine. Brilliant. There you go. Alright. Cool. Now the lid and the exterior of the helmet is all absolutely clean and nice. Now let me tell you what you can do with the visor. Now coming to the visor, this particular visor is not all that dirty because I just cleaned it about 2 days back. But this is the best way you can clean it. Just use a little bit of warm water. You don't want to use any kind of soap because if your helmet manufacturer has given any kind of anti-fog coating or anything, that might wear off. So you just want to wash it away neatly with some nice warm water. Got to be a little gentle. Pretty clean, huh? Visor is now absolutely clean. Let's start wiping it down neatly. So always try to use a good, microfiber cloth and not to use any kind of, your actual garments what we actually wear. That's what we Indians do, right? But it's always recommended to use a good, clean microfiber cloth. It doesn't have to be brand new. It can be absolutely clean. For example, this cloth I'm using right here is not a brand new one. It's just clean and nice. So just ensure you do not press your visor way too much, because if some of you who have these expensive helmets like the AGV, Shuai, those visors are pretty expensive. They cost a good 8 grand, 6 grand just for the visor. So if you see here, it's all neat and glossy. Have a look at this. Super clean, right? Yeah. And most importantly, when you're cleaning your visor, if at all you have a pin lock insert right here, if it's installed, you might want to remove it off and then clean your visor, because if you want to wash it, water or any kind of dirt particles might get stuck in between, which would end up scratching both your pin lock and your the visor. So you might want to remove the pin lock and then clean the entire part of your helmet. Now it's pretty much time to see what the padding is up to, because it's been quite some time. Let's see how much of dirt it's pulled up. The padding is now nicely soaked in the shampoo water and it smells really nice. And you can also see the amount of dirt it's collected. My god, that's quite a lot. Look at the water here. That's quite a lot of dirt. So before you wash it off, what you want to do is just scrub it gently inside over here. Alright, then you can squeeze out the excess. Again, do not be too harsh on your padding, because there are chances it might tear off or cut at some delicate points. So now you can just scrub off, and never ever put this in a washing machine, guys, because it will just rip apart your padding and the buttons that you have in it. So you have to be a little patient when you're doing this, because some of the expensive helmets, the paddings are really heavy on your pockets if you have to buy new ones. There you go. I think I'm missing out something else, and yes, that's this one. That's the breath deflector and the chin guard. There you go. So have a look at this water, guys. It's crazy, isn't it? That much of dirt. Yeah. So now let me tell you what you can do with the padding. Now with some really clean water, you can just quickly rinse off all the excessive shampoo, the soap, or whatever detergent you have used. Again, remember not to press anything too much. Got to be really gentle on it. Okay, seems to be really good now. The helmet padding is literally almost brand new. Well, the helmet is now drying, the padding is now drying. So you can just leave it for a day or however long it's going to dry, because you don't want to install all the electronic gadgets, your Sena, your GoPro and everything into a wet pads. So let it dry off, and then you see the result yourself. Your helmet's going to smell really nice and you will enjoy your ride. So yeah, right now I don't have a helmet to go back, so I'm forced to remove this baby here. So I'm going to be using this for the next day or two and then switch back to the empty helmet. The reason why I don't use this for the city is because I really don't want to get this dirty. Just look at this helmet, man. It looks gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, maybe I will make a review of this little baby very soon. This is the Scorpion EXO R710. It's a fabulous helmet. So that's set apart. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And if you really liked it and found this helpful, you don't know how to clean your helmet, if you found this video helpful, Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends, your biking community, and hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely free. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. So until then, ride hard, ride safe, and always wear a good quality helmet. See you guys in the next one. Peace.